So last Tuesday, I'm sitting in traffic. I'm already 20 minutes late. My boss is blowing up my phone, and I can literally feel my blood pressure rising. I'm gripping the steering wheel, cursing at the car in front of me like they can somehow hear me and magically make traffic disappear. And then I remembered something a Roman emperor wrote while he was literally fighting wars and running an empire. And it completely changed how I see every annoying problem in my life. Stick around, because what I'm about to share has helped me go from road rage to actually feeling calm in traffic. And it's going to sound almost too simple to work. Okay, real talk. Can we just acknowledge how exhausting modern life is? You wake up, check your phone, 47 notifications. Your inbox is already full and you haven't even had coffee yet. You're scrolling through social media and everyone seems to have their life together except you. You've got bills to pay, deadlines at work, your kitchen sink is leaking, and someone just cut you off in traffic. And here's the thing, these aren't even big problems, right? Nobody's gonna make a movie about your struggle with your email inbox. But these little daily annoyances, they add up. They drain you. By the end of the day, you're exhausted and you feel like you haven't even done anything meaningful. I used to think this was just life. Like, this is what being an adult is. Just constantly putting out fires and feeling stressed about stuff you can't control. But then I discovered Stoicism. And no, before you click away, this isn't some boring philosophy lecture. This is practical stuff that actually works. Stuff that helped me stop losing my mind over things like traffic, difficult co-workers, and my Wi-Fi cutting out during an important Zoom call. So what even is Stoicism? Basically, it's an ancient Greek and Roman philosophy. We're talking about guys like Marcus Aurelius, who was literally the emperor of Rome while writing about philosophy. Epictetus, who started as a slave and became one of the greatest teachers of his time. And Seneca, who advised emperors and wrote about how to live a good life. These weren't monks sitting on mountaintops. They were dealing with real problems, wars, politics, betrayal, loss. Way more intense than our daily problems, right? And here's what they figured out. Most of our suffering doesn't come from our problems. It comes from how we think about our problems. I know. That sounds like one of those Instagram quotes your aunt shares. But hear me out. When I'm stuck in traffic, the traffic isn't the problem. Cars moving slowly, that's just physics, reality. The problem is me thinking, this shouldn't be happening. I'm going to be late. My boss is going to be mad. This is terrible. The Stoics had this crazy idea. What if we could train our minds to respond differently? Not to pretend problems don't exist, but to see them clearly and respond with wisdom instead of panic. And the core of it all comes down to one simple trick, one question that changes everything. Here's the trick, and I'm warning you, it sounds almost too simple. Ask yourself, can I control this? That's it. That's the 2,000-year-old secret. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Let me break this down because it's more powerful than it sounds. There are basically 3 categories of things in life. 1. Things you can control. Your effort, your attitude, your responses, your choices, how you treat people, whether you learn from mistakes. 2. Things you can't control. Other people's opinions, traffic, the weather, the past, most of the future, what your boss decides, whether someone likes you. 3. Things you can influence but not control. Your health, you can eat well and exercise, but you can't control everything. Relationships, You can be a good friend, but you can't force others to be good to you. Your career. You can work hard, but promotions aren't guaranteed. And here's where most of us mess up. We spend like 80% of our mental energy worrying about stuff in categories 2 and 3 and barely any energy on category 1. Let me give you a real example from my life. 2 months ago, I was working on this huge project at work. I'm talking months of effort. I presented it to my team, and my co-worker, let's call him Dave, just completely trashed it in front of everyone, said it wouldn't work, pointed out every flaw, made me look incompetent. Old me? I would have spent days obsessing over this. Why does Dave hate me? How do I make him like this idea? What's everyone thinking about me now? This is so unfair. But I stopped and asked, what can I actually control here? Can I control what Dave thinks? No. Can I control what he said in that meeting? No, it already happened. Can I control what others think of me? Nope. So what can I control? I can control whether I improve my presentation based on valid criticism. I can control my response to Dave, staying professional instead of defensive. I can control my effort going forward. I can control whether I let this ruin my whole week. And honestly, once I focused only on what I could control, the whole situation lost its power over me. I improved the project, addressed the real issues Dave brought up, and moved on. Dave's still kind of a jerk, but that's his problem, not mine. Okay, so how do you actually use this in real life? Let me give you some examples. Problem number 1, traffic and being late. You're stuck in traffic. You're going to be late. What can you control? You can't control the traffic, other drivers, your arrival time at this point. You can control calling ahead to let people know, your attitude while sitting there, using the time to listen to a podcast or just breathe, your response when you arrive, apologizing professionally instead of making excuses. I literally started doing this 3 weeks ago. I got stuck in this massive traffic jam. And instead of white-knuckling the steering wheel, I literally said out loud, I cannot control this traffic. I can control my response. Called my boss, said I'd be 15 minutes late, put on a podcast I'd been meaning to listen to. And you know what? I arrived 15 minutes late, but I arrived calm. My boss didn't even care. Turns out he was running late too. Problem number 2, social media comparison. You're scrolling Instagram. Everyone's on vacation, getting promoted, looking amazing. You feel like garbage about your life. You can't control what other people post, whether they're actually as happy as they look. The algorithm's showing you this stuff. You can control whether you keep scrolling. Your perspective. Remembering people only show highlights, spending time on things that actually make your life better instead of watching others. I used to do this thing where I'd scroll before bed and just feel terrible about myself. Now I ask, can I control what these people are doing? No. Can I control whether I look at it? Yes, I deleted Instagram from my phone for 30 days. Just as an experiment. And honestly, I felt so much better. I wasn't constantly comparing myself. I had more time. I was more present. Now I have it back, but I check it once a day for like 10 minutes. That's what I can control, my usage. And it's made a huge difference. Problem number 3. Difficult people. Your coworker is negative. Your neighbor is rude. Someone in your life just drains your energy. You can't control their personality, their choices, and their attitude, but you can control how much time you spend with them, your boundaries, your response to their behavior, whether you let their mood affect yours. My neighbor used to complain about everything. Every time I saw him, it was a 20-minute rant about something. I'd walk away feeling exhausted. I finally realized I can't fix his negativity, but I can control my exposure to it. Now when I see him, I'm friendly but brief. "Hey, good to see you, gotta run." Sounds simple, but it changed everything. I'm not being mean, I'm just protecting my energy. That's something I can control. Here's what's wild about this whole control thing. It leads to something even better: acceptance. The Stoics had this concept called amor fati, which means love your fate. Not just tolerate what happens, actually love it, embrace it. I know that sounds crazy. Why would you love traffic? Why would you love difficult situations? But here's what I've learned. When you stop fighting reality, you free up so much mental energy. Think about it. How much energy do you waste being angry about things that already happened or things you can't change? I can't believe it's raining today. Why did they cancel my favorite show? This is so unfair. All that anger, frustration, resistance, it doesn't change anything. It just makes you miserable. Epictetus said something that hit me hard. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. Last month, my flight got cancelled. Old me would have been furious. This is ridiculous. I have plans. This airline is terrible. New me, with this stoic mindset, I literally took a breath and thought, this happened. I can't uncancel this flight. Can I control this? No. So what can I control? I could control rebooking. I could control calling my friend to reschedule. I could control whether I spent the next few hours angry or whether I just accepted it and moved on. I grabbed dinner at the airport, read a book I'd been putting off, and actually had a nice evening. The flight still got cancelled, same outcome, but I didn't suffer over it. And that's the real magic here. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control whether you suffer over it. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Okay, so how do you actually start practicing this? Because knowing it is one thing, doing it is another. Step 1. The morning question. Every morning, before you check your phone, ask yourself, what do I control today? You can control your effort, your attitude, your kindness, your focus. But you don't control outcomes, other people's reactions, whether everything goes perfectly. This sets your mindset for the day. I do this while I'm making coffee. Takes 30 seconds. Changes everything. Step 2. The pause. When something frustrating happens, and it will, pause, just for 5 seconds. Take a breath and ask, can I control this? If yes, focus on controlling it. If no, let it go and focus on what you can control, usually your response. I literally have a sticky note on my desk that says, pause, just that word. It reminds me to stop, breathe, and ask the question. Step 3. The evening reflection. Before bed, think about your day. When did you waste energy on things you couldn't control? When did you handle things well? The Stoics called this evening meditation. Not meditation like sitting cross-legged humming, just thinking about your day. I keep a little journal, 3 lines. What went well today? Where did I waste energy on things I couldn't control? And what will I do differently tomorrow? Takes 2 minutes, helps you learn and improve. Step 4. Start small. Don't try to become a Stoic sage overnight. Start with small annoyances. Someone cuts you off in traffic? Practice. Wi-Fi goes out? Practice. Your coffee order is wrong? Practice. These little moments are training, so when big stuff happens, and it will, you've built the muscle. Here's what I want you to understand. This isn't about becoming emotionless. The Stoics weren't robots. They felt things deeply. Marcus Aurelius lost multiple children. Epictetus was enslaved. Seneca faced exile and eventual execution. They felt pain, they felt grief, they felt anger, but they didn't let those feelings control their lives. They didn't add unnecessary suffering on top of unavoidable pain. There's a Stoic saying, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How many times have you worried about something that never happened? How many hours have you spent stressing over things you couldn't control? This 2,000-year-old trick asking, "Can I control this?" It's not magic. It won't make your problems disappear. Your boss might still be difficult, traffic will still happen, life will still throw curveballs, but it will change how you experience all of it. Since I started practicing this 3 months ago, I'm not stress-free, but I'm definitely less stressed. I sleep better. I enjoy my days more. I don't carry as much anxiety. And the crazy part, I'm actually more effective at solving problems now because I'm not wasting energy on things I can't change. I'm focusing that energy on things I can. So here's my challenge to you. For the next week, just try it. Every time you feel stressed, frustrated, or anxious, pause and ask, "Can I control this?" If yes, control it. Take action. Do something. If no, let it go. Focus on what you can control. It's simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. It takes practice. But I promise you, this 2,000-year-old trick, it still works. Because human nature hasn't changed. We still struggle with the same things. We still suffer needlessly over things we can't control. The Stoics figured out the antidote, and it's been sitting there waiting for us for 2,000 years. Try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes. What's something you realized you've been trying to control that you actually can't? What's something you can control that you've been ignoring? Let me know in the comments section if you need any help regarding this. And if this helped you, subscribe for more content on practical philosophy and living better in our chaotic modern world. Remember, you can't control what happens, but you always control how you respond. This is where stars begin, because every moment of stillness is the start of something cosmic.